Clearing skies and icy temperatures. We're tracking your winter weather forecast. Plus, crucial first responders need help keeping you safe, why some in our area are struggling.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
We are following breaking news in Chico tonight. A roadway has been shut down after an Amazon delivery truck flipped on its side.
Action News Now reporter Janelle Pedroza. We're going to have to, there's Janelle Pedroza out there, Springfield Avenue, Forest Avenue by Springfield. This is out by the Winco. Janelle, is the road back open yet? We're gonna get back to Janelle coming up soon, but first we're looking at sunnier skies. Obviously, this is earlier today. Chief Meteorologist Jason Stiff is tracking those conditions for us. Jason, what are we looking at as we get into this chilly night?
Yeah, it's going to be a cold one tomorrow morning for everyone, from the valley to the foothills and the mountains. We have a fairly clear sky right now, and that's the way it's going to be all the way through at least tomorrow morning. But we're going to have other changes that are much more winter-like going forward. As you can see on our satellite and radar, there's nothing on the radar because there's barely a cloud anywhere, and we're going to have a fairly clear sky tomorrow morning. So a frost advisory for all the valley and most of our foothills from 2 a.m. until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, with temperatures in the upper 20s to lower and mid 30s. So you've got to bundle up yourselves, bundle up your kids, bring your pets inside tonight because it's going to be too cold for them, and also cover any plants that you can't bring inside into your garage because it is going to frost them up. Now, looking at futurecast, we're going to have very little cloud cover in the forecast for tonight through most of tomorrow. Until about tomorrow night, we're going to start to cloud things up. It could keep us a little bit milder Saturday morning, but I'm tracking a lot. We have our frost advisory. We're going to have mild sunshine tomorrow afternoon. We have a good chance for much heavier rain, heavier snow, and stronger wind this weekend and next week. I'll have your complete forecast with how much you can expect coming up in just a few minutes.
Breaking news, State Route 70 is partially back open to traffic near the Butte-Plumas County line after this massive rock slide we saw out there in the Feather River Canyon. The area has been closed because of it since November when we had that last very heavy, severe rainstorm. So you can expect traffic controls, though, and plan for some delays up to 90 minutes while work still continues out there.
And breaking news, 6 drug overdoses at the Butte County Jail.
It happened in 3 incidences over the past 10 days. Guards found inmates unresponsive and used naloxone to revive them. 5 of them recovered and are back in jail tonight. The 6th inmate also expected to be okay, still hospitalized though. A correctional deputy was exposed to fentanyl but recovered. A search turned up 0.07 grams of fentanyl within the jail. The sheriff's office believes inmates brought it in somehow. Also breaking today, the woman charged with starting the Fawn Fire is headed to a state mental hospital for treatment. In Shasta County Court today, a judge found this woman, Alexandra Suverneva, incompetent to stand trial and in need of treatment. Her attorney tells Action News Now she may be placed at Napa State Hospital. People impacted by the Fawn Fire spoke with Action News Now today about mixed feelings about the prosecution delay.
It's based on how well they can get her to hopefully come around. But when she's restored to competency, then she'll come back to stand ready for her charges.
That was what her lawyer had to say about this. Suverneva is charged with felony arson. The Fawn Fire burned 185 homes and buildings in the Shasta County area. Breaking today, the man arrested for starting 7 fires in the area of Forbestown Road pleaded no contest to 2 counts of arson. Butte County District Attorney Mike Ramsey tells Action News Now Guy Dalrymple, pictured here, admitted to starting 2 fires during a time of emergency. He faces more than 11 years in state prison and is next back in court January 12th for sentencing. As wildfires become larger and more frequent and more damaging, the need for firefighters is crucial.
But it's a tough job, and some local stations are struggling to stay sufficiently staffed. Action News Now reporter Jordan Henry takes us to Old Shasta, where crews are running on fumes.
Here at the Shasta Fire Department, they're supposed to be staffed with at least 15 volunteers. Right now, they only have 5.
For Tim Shansey, he's been living in Old Shasta for 3 years. He says the staffing shortages scare him.
Have anybody here that I can call to help me with anything that's going on around here. I see a fire down there, nobody's going to be able to come and get it.
Shansey says the Shasta Fire Department means so much to him because they saved his house during the car fire in 2018.
These guys were in my yard putting fires out in my rain gutters on top of my roof, and I had a cabin in the backyard that they put out that was on fire during the car fire, and that's why I still have a house right now.
Eda Kowalski has been a firefighter at the Shasta Fire Department for about a year. She says the problem is few people are willing to be able to work for basically no pay.
There's definitely more of a draw to go to a fire job where you're going to get paid the whole time. Being a volunteer, you get paid $10 to go on every call, and then on the summers, if we go out on a fire, you do get paid, but working for CAL FIRE or City Reading like that, it's a real job. You get paid the whole time, but volunteering, it's not for the money.
Ada says because of the staffing shortages, she's had to work alone most of the time.
I work at this station by myself Monday through Friday. I run all the calls that I go on by myself. I take the pickup truck and get there, and I provide my care that I can as an EMT.
Ada says the job can be scary, but she's willing to help her community at any cost.
I get to use my skills personally, and I get to help my community, and I'm there for them to help them when they need help.
Kowalski tells me if anyone's interested in being a volunteer firefighter, you can come down to the Shasta Fire Department or you can call for more information. In Shasta County, Jordan Henry, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.